Welcome back to another episode on the NFR Plus channel, and for today's video, Lou and I are going to be going through so many different track lists, from Don't Be Dumb all the way to We Got It From Here, Thank You For Your Service, and we're going to be deciding what is the best and worst features on these track lists. So guys, let's get a like count going. Lou, I'm seeing somewhere around 5,000.
5,000's good.
Yeah, I think that makes sense, right?
Absolutely.
And by the way, guys, if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell to keep up with all of our uploads. But guys, speaking about Don't Be Dumb, Lou, let's talk about the best and worst feature. I gave it a great rating in the review, and I believe you did the same, right? Or
yes,
you gave
sir.
it a good?
Gave it a great rating, man.
There we go. So what's the best?
Listen, bro. Shout out to Sauce Walker because he fucking snapped on Stop Snitching. I think he reminded a lot of people what he's capable of with that verse, but it's not where I went. Also, Jessica Pratt and Doechii were cool. I chose Brent Faiyaz ultimately.
You chose Brent
Faiyaz on Stay Here for Life. That's my pick.
That's a fair pick. It was his contributions to his own song Moon off of Icon.
Let me ask you this: was that third verse on Stay Here for Life also on Moon, or was it just the chorus part?
I'm not sure. I only listened to a portion of the record. But regardless, though, I think it's a great pick because you could go there. The way that the vocals go back and forth with Rocky, I explained it in the review. I thought that was super strong.
bro, and it's like when you think about glossy R&B right now, like there's almost no one better to get on your album for that kind of record. And also coming off the heels of what they did with Outside All Night. I don't know if you remember that song. That's off of Brent's track from a couple years ago where Rocky was featured. I'm like, yo, another collab makes so much sense, and it was just a perfect match. Brent's vocals are fucking majestic on that song. Harmonies are beautiful. It's just so dreamy, sensational. Had to have it as the best, but I'm guessing you went with Sauce Walker.
I went with Sauce Walker on this one. Just such an incredible verse, and I'll say this, Stop Stitching might be my favorite song of the year so far. I'm going to be honest with you. Like, until the Fall Off comes out or something, like, this is my song, and he has a major contribution to play. We spoke about it in the review, but like just the aggressive nature of the verse, his breath control, bro. Him talking about how it's like, how could you rat on the guy that like fed you and, you know, bite the hand that was feeding you? That's crazy to me. He even talking about how people are willing to lie to their parents, but as soon as they get in front of the cops, well, they're willing to just drop the ball. So crazy street knowledge. I fucked with the verse, but going on to the worst, I'm not sure what you want to do here, Lou. Was this easy?
Pretty easy for me, man. I mean, it was easy to, like, it's low-key a cop-out, but it is what it is. There's a lot of, like, minimal features on here where they don't have much to do. I chose a minimal one. I chose Jawzy on Fish and Steak, What It Is. I think that's probably the worst feature. And listen, he's a good singer, talented writer, has a lot of sick credits, but when you look at his hook here, it's short-lived, and he kind of sounds muffled on it, bro, to be honest with you. And it was just one of those Rocky Tyler collabs where you did not need a hook at all, bro. So the hook comes in twice, and it's not enjoyable for me.
I have the exact same pick. I have Jawzy on Fish, and I like the feature, actually. I don't think it's a bad feature by any means. It's just, like you were saying, every other feature is quite essential to the record that they're on. When you look at Jawzy's feature, like you said, I could have gotten just Tyler attacking the hook or Rocky delivering it, and it's kind of placed in awkward portions of the song too, which kind of throws me off. So that's what the worst feature is for me. But let's go on to Donda. This track list is fucking stacked, Lou. There's so many features. The best, though, is pretty obvious on this one.
Yeah, it's obviously Andre 3000 on Life of the Party, but let's play the game of what would be second place, because technically that wasn't on the original track list, right? That's part of the
Foreign on Off the Grid.
Yeah, it's got to be Fabio.
It has to be Fabio on Off the Grid.
It's got to be.
It's crazy because he's going to Twitter, bro, and he wants to recapture that moment. He's asking everyone like, "Oh, why don't you fuck with me? Oh, well, I'm sober now. Like, I could do this." Like, bro, it was 2021.
You think
that was the verse?
You think that verse was like one of the biggest flukes in hip hop history?
No, I think Kanye knows how to get the best out of an artist, and that verse is undeniable, bro. Like, maybe it was a fluke, but it happened. So regardless if it was or not, fluke
because he kept dropping music after that. And sure, he had a decent song like Storytime, but nothing ever matched that level of hunger and commitment to a record.
No, I agree.
But okay, Fabio's another obvious one. Third place. Let's play that game.
You want to go for the
best
third one on
feature?
this
Who would
one?
it be?
That's great.
It's tough.
I really like JLX's verse on Jesus Lord, bro.
That's the answer.
I think I would go JLX there.
Even though you need a fucking dictionary to really to get through it, it's still top
That
three.
verse is fucking insane. Worse though, I went with Yachty on Okay.
Same here, bro. I mean, you know what it is? It's like it was between him and also like there's Cardi on Junia, which I like his contribution, but again, you could have gone without it.
It's very minimal,
4-5 summers. Like,
yeah.
It's cool, but whatever. Also, Dirk on Jonah was being considered, but with Yachty, I don't know. He had like hums in the background of his vocals that never really went the way and kind of annoyed me. His bars are also weak on the song.
And it felt like one of those like style over substance type of verses for an album where every feature kind of had to show up and like deliver something good. I felt like Yachty was just completely fucking random for this feature list.
Actually, if we're counting deluxes, the answer is actually for me Marilyn Manson, bro.
Yeah, but I didn't do that. I was thinking
Jail
about
Part 2. Like, bro, like
I was thinking about the Part 2s.
Yeah, that feature was just so useless. Like, it's the equivalent to like holding someone's balls when they take a piss. That's what that feature was like. But no, it's true. It's the truth. It's the equivalent to that, bro. Like Marilyn Manson's literally just like in his demonic voice, just like reiterating the hook that Kanye's giving. It's like
true.
All right, bro. We are liars.
Best Andre 3K, worst Yachty. But let's go on to heroes and villains. Did you choose Future on Superhero even though it's considered his song?
No, but that's an acceptable take. I wouldn't be mad at someone saying Future. Also, Don T on Too Many Nights is a great fucking take.
Great shout.
Rocky on Feel the Fire is another one of my favorites, but it was Takeoff for me.
Takeoff on Feel the Fire.
That's the one, bro.
The ABCDEFG like wordplay and the way that he inserted that into the verse, legendary fucking verse.
Also, exhilarating ad-libs, and I feel like you don't have him rapping on many beats like that whole trap soul combination. There's not many Migos productions that replicated a sound like this, so it was just refreshing to hear him over that.
And he
beat,
also comes in at the perfect point of the song when the drums get heavier and the bass drops. I thought that was a great curation move by Metro. But yeah, that's the best.
The one for best.
Worst 21 Savage on Creepin', bro.
Yeah, that's the one, bro.
So out of place. I know people were mad at us when we delivered this take. Bro, there's nothing you could convince me. I keep repeating it, but when you're writing in the rinky dink, I can't buy into the verse, bro.
Yeah, bro. I mean, listen, it's when you're getting him rapping in a monotone voice calling his girl like pet names, I'm kind of checked out, you know? Rapping about Fashion Nova models and leveling up his woman from Coach to Shanae, you know? It's like, why is this here? Why did this happen?
Should have just given that to The Weeknd.
Yeah. Some people hate Chris Brown and Superhero. I saw that as a popular take,
crazy,
but it's
bro.
like, bro, like there's nothing wrong with that performance.
You're out of your mind.
You know what I mean? Also, Travis Scott on Lock on Me would be an acceptable answer too.
Useless feature.
Let me ask you this though, but just back to the best convo. Do you think that if Drake was kept on Trance, that could have been one of the best on the album?
One of the best, yes.
Yeah,
but not
better
than Takeoff's verse on Feel the Fire. All right, let's go on to music. This had a heavy feature list. Everyone from Future to K-Dot. The Weeknd, Uzi, Skepta. For the best, though, I went with Skepta on Toxic. That's my favorite verse.
It's cool. It's like a standard Skepta verse to me. It's like it's cool.
But it's just such a stylish song, bro, and like it evokes a certain type of feeling to me that I really enjoy. I like the way that Skepta comes in, has slick wordplay, bro. I like his UK accent on top of that beat too, because you're getting like this darker, grimier sort of beat. And after Lean for Real, like this was a collaboration that I wanted to see again. On this album. So that's why I went with Skepta. Who did you have?
Oh, The Weeknd on Rather Lie, bro. Like when you want to talk about like the feature that had like the most impact, The Weeknd is just a fucking hit machine, bro. What a layup he gave for Cardi. And I just feel like we're not gonna act like The Weeknd didn't do the heavy lifting on this song, bro, to deliver that dope chorus. When I look at every track on music, this is the one where I'm like, this song would not be anywhere close to as good if it wasn't for the feature. In this case, being The Weeknd. So to me, he's the best feature on the album. Second place, probably Future on Trim, bro.
Yeah.
He spazzed out on that song from the hook to the verse. He sounds fucking unstoppable on that record. But okay, the worst might be a hot take here. Well, listen, if Swamp Izzo would have counted, I would have gone with him because he really annoyed me on this track list, even though there was the whole, Atlanta mixtape vibes. I just don't feel like it worked here. I think he was doing too much. I chose Kendrick, bro. I chose a Kendrick feature on this.
On Mojo?
No.
Okay, thank you.
Not on Mojo. No.
What did you choose him on?
Backdoor.
Oh, okay.
It's a really weak feature from Kendrick, bro.
That is
terrible auto crooning.
Yeah, it's
at the start. The ooh, the off key singing, bro saying shit like vamp life spooky, vamp life spooky. I'm not trying to hear that from Kendrick Lamar, bro.
And people will excuse it as artsy.
It wasn't
it's
a good. No, it's ass, bro. And it's like you have Janae Aiko on the song. Why am I hearing Kendrick serenade, bro? For what?
Yeah.
For what?
I think it's as bad as Young Thug on We Need All the Vibes.
I think it's worse than Thug on that song.
I hate Thug's vocals on this fucking song, bro, and he was useless here. They should have just gotten Ty Dolla $ign and called it a day. Honestly,
I think it was originally a Thug song, though. I think that's why he's on it.
Fuck that, bro. Honestly, this song's weak as fuck. This is a song that I really have at the bottom of my pile for music. And I just thought about what's the most unmemorable feature off of this album? It's gonna be Thug. But you know what? Your Kendrick take is probably one that's opened my eyes.
For sure, bro.
My eyes are open.
There we go. Also, Uzi on Jumpin', bro. That was another weak one.
Stinking.
Bro.
But that one's disappointing too, bro, because they have such great collaborations. That just felt like, oh well, I gotta be on music. Let me phone in a verse. But speaking about an album with full of verses that are not phoned in, we got it from here. Thank You for Your Service by A Tribe Called Quest. What an incredible track list to revisit. And honestly, choosing the best on here was so fucking tough.
It was tough because you have Andre 3000 on Kids, who did great.
Mm-hmm.
You have Kendrick Lamar, who would have been my pick for Conrad Tokyo, but he had to continue the verse, bro. You didn't even get a 16 from him. You got maybe you got an 8-bar verse.
Bro, and it was so aggressive too. It was so fucking good. That's a verse that I wish was low-key a 32, bro.
Yeah.
I wish that was gonna be. Anyways,
I've never wanted a Kendrick feature to be longer than that. Speaking of the state of America, all the violence, the chaos, crazy.
I will say this: some of the most underrated verses off of this track list come from Consequence, bro. And whatever it will be, the Killing Season with Ye and Talib is fucking sick. Even Anderson, bro, on Moving Backwards.
Yes, big shout out.
That verse too from him, and even the chorus, so fucking good. But for me, it came down to this. All right. This Generation with Busta Rhymes
W
or Kids.
Okay.
With Andre 3K.
What'd you end up going with?
I went with Kids with Andre 3K. I felt it was one of the best written verses on this entire album. I'm never gonna lie, I was probably high. Just forgot to call you back. Simple as that. I know Alamac, so lick my dictionary. I might just call a cab and dig a canary. The way that this rhyme scheme comes together is fucking gross.
I also like the fact that you hear him consistently throughout the record. He's there from beginning to end,
And he even has back and forth with Q-Tip on verse 3 at the end. I thought that this was him and A Tribe Called Quest. It wasn't A Tribe Called Quest featuring Andre 3 Stacks. That's why I went with
it. You know that was supposed to be an album, bro? They wanted to make Outkast and Tribe collab, bro. They really wanted to do it, bro.
But stylistically, though, I could see that happening so well, bro. And their production styles do match each other.
It looked would have been one of the greatest hip hop albums of all time, guys. But it is what it is. You can't always get what you want. My choice for the best, I was also looking at Consequence and Busta Rhymes a lot because they have the most features out of anybody else, and they brought it on every single song.
They did.
Ultimately, Mobius is where I went with Busta Rhymes, and Consequence is an amazing opening verse, but as soon as you hear Busta just burst through the door with that monstrous energy, the animated delivery, bro, he's spitting like a fucking fiery dragon. And no,
like
it's true.
Fiery dragon.
Bro, he just erupts into this rhyming madman he erupted, bro. No, seriously.
Fuck.
The funny bone. Fuck. No, but honestly speaking, it was just one of those performances that was larger than life from Busta, and it reminded me of the OG Busta Rhymes where he would just go off, bro.
I feel like everyone on this track list knew that they had to show up, bro.
Yeah.
There's not a single weak feature. What's the worst, though? I did a cop-out, bro. I'm not going to lie.
This was me too, bro, because there's literally nothing even close to being bad on here.
What did you choose?
Even though I actually love this feature still, it's just the most minimal one where I'm like, fine, I guess I have to pick this if I'm forced. Kanye West on The Killing Season.
Oh, that's interesting. I went with Abby Smith on Melatonin, even though I love her hook.
Oh, you can't choose Yeba, bro. She killed it.
I went with Yeba.
She killed it.
I went with Abby.
Listen, I love Kanye's hook, the whole they soldier, but it's the most minimal one. You got to put that below Abby, bro. I don't know. Anyways,
even the hook itself, I like the hook, but it's not the strongest hook off of the album, and I don't know. I just it never really spoke to me in that way. I was gonna go Ye, but I felt especially that there was Talib on there and that there was Consequence.
Yeah.
That world made sense, bro. That was a serious feature for me, even though it was minimal. But all right, we go on to Rodeo, Lou.
Let's do Rodeo. This was
so rough, bro.
It was rough, bro, because you have JB on Maria I'm Drunk, you have Quavo on Oh My This Side, Future and 2 Chainz 3500. Casey Hill on 90210 would be a fucking fantastic pick too.
That's where I went.
That's where you went?
I went Casey Hill on 90210.
Good choice.
It
Good
has
choice.
to be, bro.
That's not where I went, but I respect it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell you anything
at a
there.
certain point on my paper, I had Quavo on All My Diss side because of the back and forth and the way that it feels like almost his song too. Then I was thinking about the iconic hook on 3500 and the way that Future follows up there. You know, then I was thinking about The Weeknd on Pray for Love and like his vocals on top of those synths. But essentially, bro, Travis's best ever song is thanks also to Casey Hill. I went with Casey Hill on 90210.
Good pick. For me, I went with Young Thug on Maria, I'm Drunk, bro. And I've spoken a lot about this Thugger performance, but it's one of those career-defining ones where you're really hearing him at his fucking best. The vocals take you on a ride, all the different inflections. The flows are contagious. His vocals just blend in perfectly with that trippy atmosphere of the song. And he's also got a big part on that hook. It's like the verse, the hook. He's really all over that record and makes it what it is. So that's why I have to choose Thugger. But the worst, this was low-key harder than me choosing my best because, again, there's not really weak performances. Someone that I was considering was Kanye West, but then I thought about it. I'm like, he's so essential to Piss on Your Grave.
That's it. I'm not a big fan of Piss on Your Grave like all that much, so I went with Ye.
Oh, you ended up choosing it.
I went with Ye, yeah, because I'll explain to you
because you have to think about that song, bro. Like, he brings the rowdy energy that song needed. Like, without him, song is not a song.
Yes, but I don't like the song that much, period.
Yeah.
So, and he's the biggest contributing factor to that record. So that's why I went with him, because I was thinking about Tori Moi, and I'm like, honestly, bro, like, if it's not for Tori Moi, I fucking hate this song. Like, what am I going to choose here, bro?
The best part of Flying High.
For sure. What am I going to do? Sway Lee or, like, Chief Keef on Nightcrawler?
That's where I went.
No way,
That's
bro.
where I went. Yeah, I had to.
That's a banger, bro. That's a generational banger because of all three of those artists.
I had to. I mean, listen, it's... I just feel like Nightcrawler would be a banger with or without Chief Keef. I know it's a hot take. People love the verse. I love it too, but I just have to be real, bro. I feel like Nightcrawler is still going to be the smacker that it is with or without him, so Chief Keef it is.
Chief Keef it is.
All right, moving on. Take Care by Drake. Another loaded feature list.
This was so easy, Lou.
I think we're going in different areas here,
For the best?
Yeah.
Bro, I'm going Wayne on Hell Yeah Fucking Right.
Oh, okay.
Where do you think I was going?
I thought you were going to maybe say Rick Ross. Okay,
no,
good,
I'm
good,
one that always criticizes that verse. I thought you were going to go with Ross.
No. Wayne on Hell Yeah Fucking
Honestly,
Right.
Ross
would
have been my third option. I was going to maybe go with The Weeknd on Cruel Love. That was the only other one.
Exactly.
This is the perfect display of chemistry. Picks up on Drake's flow right after he finishes off his first verse. Just an iconic Wayne feature, bro. Arguably one of his best ever, in my opinion.
Some of his best quotables, too, bro. Do you love this shit? Are you high right now? Like, just so many fucking amazing quotables. Met a female dragon, had a fire conversation. The way he slides on it, bro. He's so nonchalant, but yet has, like, this surgical flow at the same time. It's just unreal.
And it's
kills it with the
beat for him
metaphors.
too,
Yes.
bro. It also felt like a passing of the torch moment, bro, where they officially made it, both of them. Where Wayne finally successfully ushered in Drake into the game, and Drake is finally the most successful student of Wayne and has finally become his prodigy. You know? That's the way that feels. So,
but I agree with you. Wayne, then Weeknd, then Rick Ross.
All right,
the worst.
Kendrick on
This is Kendrick.
Birdie Live Interlude. It's interesting because, like, it's an interlude, but at the same time, it's a 3-minute interlude, and he has the entire runtime. And the way that Drake mocked Kendrick in the battle with, "Do you love me?" Like that whole like flow that he uses.
Pine box.
Pine box.
Yeah, no, listen, it was that was one of like Drake's best tools within the beef, just for like humor points. You know, that was funny as an imitation. That being said, I don't think it's a terrible song. It's just the least replayable on that fucking album.
It's a snooze fest, bro.
It's a snoozer.
It's a snoozer. This is snoozeroni and cheese.
Well written song, I'll give it that, but
fuck, dude. I'm not worried. I'm never.
It's the worst performance
for sure.
There's nothing exciting going on with it.
The Forever Story.
Yeah, man.
This
one
tough.
this
For the
was
best,
tougher.
it was rough, bro.
What are your shout outs? Yeah, so for me, Lil Wayne on Just in Time, bro.
Yes, sir.
The whole line rhyme scheme that he has is so sick. Really nice mic presence. Also, second place for me was James Blake on System M, bro.
Yes, James Blake on System M. Maybe we could have gotten a shout. I was looking at Earth Gang on Camp Punk Me as well.
That's a good shout.
I think that's a crazy feature. Ultimately, though, it's Yassine Bey on Stars.
All day, bro.
What a fucking verse, bro.
All day, bro.
And the way that the instrumental, or should I say the robot that comes in and says, "Oh, well, we have a message from our ancestors," and then bang, it's Yassine Bey that comes in. And the way that he spits on this sort of like old boom bap, sort of like dusty like sound and record. Wow. What a moment for that album.
Bro, and it's just like the fact that he stayed so on topic, not only stayed on topic, but like delve deep into that topic. Like, for example, the brilliant line, a manicured appearance concealing the shattered spirit. Like talking about selling your soul for materialism, bro. And then continues with that theme with the palace as the prison, retail religion, red carpet constriction, the freedom is the fiction. Like the idea that it's like, bro, you're losing a lot by putting yourself in the limelight and, you know, immersing yourself into all this glamour. You know, what's really left at the end of the day. So
21 Savage, though, on surround sound could have been considered for me as well. I was also I really like Ari Lennox's vocals on Can't Make You Change. I think they're fucking beautiful. I like Kenny Mason on this record too, especially on Dance Now. Sick features.
But it's Yassine Bey though by far.
Oh, absolutely. But when it comes down to the worst feature on here, who did you choose, Lou?
Honestly, the two I was considering were Ari Lennox and Dirk. I went with Dirk though.
I went with Dirk with this on.
Still a really good verse from him.
You're such a defender of this verse, Lou. Bro. You're a big defender. You
Why
always
not?
call me
He's rapping about his upbringing, how he lost his brothers to the streets. I mean, it's a pretty personal verse from Dirk.
But is this verse really it's
a good verse?
Because right now, okay, I'll give you an example. I'm looking at Baby Tate on surround sound, and I'm comparing it. I'm doing a compare game to Dirk. I might have to go with Baby Tate here. I might have to switch my answer, actually, now that I'm looking at
that's
this.
fair.
I think I'm going to go with Baby Tate on surround sound. Fuck this. Yeah, no, because you're right. Like, Dirk's verse is standard Dirk, but it actually plays into the song.
You know, I forgot about Baby Tate because she's so kind of minimal on the song that...
It's Baby Tate.
Yeah, it low-key is Baby Tate. Switch up. Mid-episode switch up. Baby Tate gets
You
it.
have to, though, because like you said, it's so unmemorable, and you low-key don't even need her on the song.
Yeah, you don't.
Once you get Jit on the last part, it's like, okay, you know, you're good to go.
All right, next up, Piñata by Freddie Gibbs. This is one where, like, I changed my answer a few times.
So what were you considering? What were the options here?
This was the battle of the Piñata title track for me, where I was considering that Michi Darko verse, which is really one of the sharpest. I was looking at Mac Miller also. Shout out to the Chef Raekwon and Bomb on Scarface for Broken. Absol on Lakers. That's one of Absol's best ever features. But it was Domogenesis for me on Piñata.
What a serious fucking
That's
verse.
where I had to go.
I ended up going with Scarface, though. I had to do Scarface. But speak to me about the Domo feature, man.
Yeah, he just finds the perfect pocket, bro, for this, you know, sort of twangy Madlib beat and rhyme shit like live like 9 to 5. I rhyme and come alive. My grind defies. Find through my divine eyes. Like, you want to talk about internal rhyming? Holy shit. What a scheme, bro. And he does that the whole verse, sounding super dominant and just talking about how nobody could test him, bro. And I believe him after he spat that. Just incredible.
I went with Broken just because I love the theme of this song, and it's always been one of my favorite off of Piñata. The theme of Broken plays around coming from a broken home, but also like being broke and not having the resources to fund what you're trying to do in this life. And it's so interesting because Freddie's two first verses play into that theme, and so does Scarface's. And then the way that he starts off this verse is fucking stupid. If money was the root to what the evil is it mandatory for me to live, bro? Like, that's the type of messaging. It's a different type of timing, man. Out here, no fear, fuck feelings, trigger man rule. That's the art of drug dealing. I'm trying to stack my money to the ceiling, bro.
Yeah, he snapped.
Yeah, that's a gross verse, bro. Honestly, even revisiting it was a pleasure.
Writing-wise, Scarface gets it. Technical rapping, Domo.
Yeah. But what's the worst for you?
This was easy for me.
I copped out with Big Time Watts.
Yeah? I did Casey Veggies on Piñata.
It's that, or like...
He just wasn't able to bar up with the rest of the guys on that song and kind of rushed his flow a bit. That's what it came down to for me.
Casey Veggies.
Yeah.
Shout out to Casey Veggies.
Shout out to Casey.
I went with Big Time Watts, baby. A bit of like maybe a bit of a cop-out, but I don't know. I'm just not a big fan of his flow on this.
Okay, next up, last album for today, guys. Hurry Up Tomorrow by The Weeknd. This was interesting. I feel like Playboi Carti on Timeless is a valid answer. One of the strongest feature performances of his career. Though. It's not it for me. Lana Del Rey sounds great on The Abyss. Really puts her vocal range on full display.
It's not it, though. We know where we're going with this, Lou. Unless we have
Il Futuro?
One. Of course.
Yes.
Yeah, it's Futuro.
Enjoy
the show.
All day,
It's
bro.
Futuro.
Futuro, Naruto.
That might be his best like collaboration with him.
Oh, yeah.
Love the way that he plays into the theme of the song. It's interesting because usually like we're fans of, you know, a future that's more aggressive, that, you know, attacks these dark, ominous trap beats, right? But with this, it's a bit more of a lighter, airier sort of production. You have the soul sample in back, and he's in the middle of the rapping and singing that you love, maybe from like a Hendrix, for example. And that's what I like so much about this verse. It's emotional. There's depth to it. For me, it was easily the best verse off of this album from a feature guest.
And what it was for me too is that like I'm usually like fucking super critical of Future's like crooning performances, but the raw singing, bro, on this song from him was amazing. It was super emotive. You could tell that like he meant everything that he was saying because it was true to his life and his own substance addiction. So it's like he really means this, and he just floated on that beat. From the rapping to the singing, nailed it.
The way that he does like the "I can't feel my face anymore" for that second like verse, and then the way that he shares the bridge with The Weeknd on this, it's just awesome. It's a great chemistry there. For the worst, that was hard, bro.
It was tough.
It was really tough. And I'm gonna go to a song that I actually love. I chose Anita.
That's my second choice. I just feel like, again, Anita is pretty essential to Sao Paulo. Like, she's on the chorus. It is a Brazilian funk song.
Yeah,
like,
good take.
But I get you in the sense of, like, it almost just feels like a chopped up sample. You know what I mean?
That's it. Like going back onto it, you need it for Sao Paulo, and I love Sao Paulo. But bro, what was I gonna go with the worst? I love Travis on Reflections laughing.
That's where I went.
No,
I did. Yeah.
His vocals are sick.
You know why? It's like when you pitch it down that much, like,
but it
could have been anybody. You know what I mean? Like, sure, you could tell it's a Travis flow, I guess, but it's just pretty uninteresting, bro. Pretty average. And yeah, like I get that it also portrays Weeknd's like hazy, intoxicated state, but that's not what I wanted. When I saw Travis Scott's on this album, it kind of disappointed me. I guess that's why I have it at the worst.
Yeah, he plays so well into the concept of the record, and like it's not hazy for the entire time. It gradually builds up in there because Travis essentially like kind of ODs in the song. So I found that to be important. But yeah, I guess so, because you're not going with like Florence and the Machine. You're not going to be going with Lana Del Rey. It's between Anita and Travis. I went with Anita. But guys, let us know in the comment section, where did we get it right? Where did we get it wrong? And which albums should we bring into this series next? Thank you guys so much for watching this, and we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.